This is an easy, simple tutorial for the artists and writers who don't have the knowledge or the technology to animate but still want to do this trend and show their OCs. This tutorial is really simple and anyone can do it. So the first thing you're going to do is draw a background for your OCs, your roller coaster, and you want it to be kind of like abstract and kind of like vague, kind of blurry. So I'm doing a night sky. You could also do something like city lights or cloud, just anything that can be like kind of blurry, kind of vague, and easy to draw. Something you're going to want to make sure to do is make the two edges of your canvas line up so that when you animate the background, it looks like it runs smoothly. So what I'm doing is drawing trees. So as you'll see, as like I finish drawing the trees, is that I'm kind of going to have short trees by the side that are the same height, and then taller trees in the middle. So when we animate this, like the left side and the right side are going to look like they seamlessly flow into each other, so it looks like we're kind of going in a circle instead of just obviously like repeating the same loop over and over again. Also, if you're going to draw something like the sun or the moon or like a bird, anything that's like sticks out, don't draw it to the side like I did, because that's going to make your animation look really choppy, obvious, whatever. Draw it in the middle. And once you're done drawing your background, save it as a picture. Now you're going to open up a new canvas on your art software, and you're going to make it the same size as a YouTube short. So that's going to be 1920 pixels by 1080 pixels. And now you're going to import that background you just drew onto this canvas. And you're going to increase the size so that it's like the same height as your canvas. And then you're going to start screen recording yourself, your screen, and you're going to use your finger or your pencil or whatever you have to slide it from one direction to the other. Now you're going to open up iMovie or CapCut or whatever you have and put in that screen recording you just made, and you're going to speed it up as much as you want, and then you're going to duplicate it a bunch of times. Duplicate it until you have like 15 seconds of footage. And this is what the background's gonna look like. Okay, so now you're gonna go back to your art software and draw the roller coaster. This is kind of how I did it. Have like a line at the bottom and then like a little round thing. I think that's supposed to be the seat, and then I drew the rails, and I tried to draw them in colors that match the background. So now you're going to draw a picture of yourself, and if you have like hair, or if you wear maybe like a bracelet with like charms that hang down, or like earrings or something, make sure that it points, kind of gently curves to one side to give the illusion of like wind blowing it. Also, if you can't draw hands, you can try just like drawing them like mittens, or you can literally just make your rails thicker for the roller coaster and like hide the hands behind the rails. Okay, so now it's time to color. And so at first you can just color in yourself how you actually look. Now you're going to make a new layer, and you're going to turn on clipping if your software has that option, and you're also going to change like the effect of the layer to be soft light if your software has that option. Then you're going to use a color dropper tool to pick like a main color from your background. In my case, it's purple. And then you're just going to color all over the layer, and it's going to give an effect to your picture. It's going to give it like the proper lighting, as if you had colored that picture of yourself as if you were actually in that setting. Then you're going to lower the opacity down to like 25%. If your software doesn't have these effects, what you can do is just start a new layer, lower the opacity, and then just color over the picture of yourself with the color from the background. It won't have the same effect, but it'll be better than nothing. Okay, so now you're going to make a copy of the drawing of yourself, and you're going to use any kind of like select tool to grab one at a time each of those pieces of hair, earrings, strings, whatever, that are kind of swooshed to the side, flowing in the wind. And then you're going to use any kind of stretch or transform tool that your software has, and pull it even more up and to the side. This is going to be the second frame of your animation. And then you're just going to want to color and touch up any of the blank spots that this stretching leaves behind in the drawing. If you want, you can make a third frame where the hair and strings are even like more pushed up into the side, and then you can do like a 4-frame animation where it goes like the first frame, the second frame, the third frame, back to the second, back to the first, and so on. But that's more complicated, and this is going to be an easy tutorial, so even though this animation will be a bit choppy with only the 2 frames, it's an animation, it's easy, it works, so that's what we're going to do. Now you can add any final details to the drawing of yourself that you want, and then you're going to take a look at your picture and figure out a color that is like not existent in your picture. So like for example, mine is mostly like pink, purple, brown, so I'm going to do bright yellow because there is no bright yellow in that picture. And so I'm going to make bright yellow the background now of this drawing instead of like the night sky. Take a screenshot of this and then change it to be your other frame, and then take another screenshot with the bright yellow background. Okay, now you're going to go to iMovie or CapCut or whatever and add in both of these pictures as like a green screen. And then if you can choose, I don't know about CapCut, but on iMovie you can choose which color to be like green screened out. So for me, I would choose yellow when you choose your background color. Now you're going to shorten the length of time that each of these pictures are shown to the shortest amount of time that you can, and then you're going to duplicate them over and over, alternating which picture is showing so that it just keeps switching between these pictures. Okay, now I'm going to add the sound and show you what it looks like so far. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now you're going to do the same thing with your character. However, I have stitches in my hand and they freaking hurt, and I do not want to draw another drawing, so I will be using an old picture of my OC that I drew years ago because I'm not drawing right now, and I'm not going to add the purple lighting either because I forgot to do that while I was recording this, and I'm not recording it again. I will just be animating the hair. But you can draw a picture and animate it and do all the things. Okay, now you're going to green screen your character into iMovie just like you green screen the pictures of yourself. And when you take your screenshots, try to like take them with the character in the exact same spot so that he doesn't like jerk around from side to side like mine does. Then shorten the pictures and duplicate them a bunch and alternate them just like last time. Okay, here's what it looks like now. Okay, now save your video and then open it back up in iMovie as a new project. Okay, once you get the video in there, you're going to cut it in half, right in the middle where it switches from being you to your character, and you're going to delete the second half and save the first half as one clip, and then you're going to do that again and delete the first half and save the second half as its own clip. Okay, now you're going to go online to Canva. If you don't already have it, it's totally free, and you're going to create a new project that is a Byte video, and then you're going to upload these 2 clips that you just saved. Tap on the first video to add it into the project, crop it and expand the video so that it takes up the whole entire space of the canvas, and then download it to your phone. Then do the same thing with your second clip. This is how you download something. You go on your phone and then go to Canva and open the project, and when it's open you hit those 3 dots at the top right. Now you're going to hit download, and then you're going to hit a button that says download again, and you're going to wait a really long time, and now it finally downloads. Okay, the last thing you're going to do is open YouTube, add both your clips, and then add the sound called Army Dreamers by Kate Bush. Then adjust the sound so it starts at the right time, and then you are ready to post your short.